Oops. Hi, everybody who's on. Hi, everyone who's on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get myself situated as usual. No. Okay. Welcome, everybody who's here. I know there's always a lag, so I'm going to give it a second for people to show up and for the lag to do its thing so I could see just how much of a lag there is. Let's see. Okay, a bit of a lag. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so let's just get started. Welcome to today's live stream, which depending on how long you've been with me, happy Tuesday, that this is part of my twice a week series, Tuesdays and Thursdays, until the holidays. If you're American, that means it's until Thanksgiving, because I don't want to do a live stream on that Thursday. And then from there, I just have meltdown after meltdown. So we just can't continue. But either way, welcome to today's live stream. Today's topic is about the science and psychology of female attraction. What it really means to get women hooked and get women interested in you as more than you just being another one of our girlfriends. So I'm going to give it time for a bunch of people to pile in. Welcome, guys. But if there's anybody here who is new to me within the past week, would love to see a show of hearts. I just would love to gauge, or actually, if you guys could just comment how long you've been watching me. I met up with somebody yesterday who said he's been with me for almost 10 years. And I was like, dang, I've been doing that this long. I've been doing this that long. Geez. Okay, you're about to go to bed. Thank you for signing on instead. So if you guys could just tell me how long you've been with me so I can get an idea of, what you guys know, what you don't know. That's always a great starting point in my opinion. And also, if you stayed till the very end, 5 years, awesome. So honored. For those of you who are on here, I'm going to make the announcement later after this live stream, but I do have a very, very huge announcement about the state of Jessica J dating moving forward into the new year and come 2026. Since 2018. Wow, amazing. 1 week. Awesome. Honored to have you. Okay, so yeah, if you guys stay to the very end, I'm going to talk about what's happening here. You guys have probably seen me. It's been a couple months. Awesome. Honored to have you. COVID era. Love it. I suspect a bunch of people started during the COVID era. A lot of my subscriptions started at this COVID era. But either way, honored to have you guys no matter what. Sorry, I'm finagling the microphone. But let's talk about you today. Let's talk about the 3 components that you guys need to bear in mind in regards to how we women decide who we want to go to Pound Town and Partnership Town with, right? And the reason that matters is because something I've been saying for a very long time now, what you guys think attracts us women is not necessarily what attracts us women. So to you guys, you think money, muscles, external things you see, whereas we more so ascertain based on what we feel, how you make us feel. And that's pretty much key concept number 1. So I'm going to talk about the 3 pillars of female attraction, and that is pillar number 1, essentially. I'm here because I like the way she talks. I'm very honored that you're here for the way I talk. But essentially, how many of you guys are just kind of at a loss when it comes to women and attracting women? And you're just like, fuck, I don't know where I'm dropping the ball. I just don't understand women. I don't understand what does it for y'all. Show of hands, you're just confused about how women work. And you're not sure where you're even dropping the ball. Show of hearts. I'd like to hear from you guys, as always. At around pandemic, couple months. Okay, I saw that. Watched your videos, 10 hours for lesser days. Dang, worked wonders. Realized I totally left out the connection part. Awesome, love it. Love it. Okay, love seeing these hearts. I mean, I don't love seeing these hearts. But again, having the awareness to say, hey, I don't know it all is a beautiful thing. Because once you say, I'm not sure, then you're able to find out what you can be sure about when it comes to women, especially. And I can't tell you how many times I tell women what I do, and they always ask, Are your clients open to being set up? Because when women hear that men come to me to be better, to interact better, to communicate better, these women get wet. They're like, where are these men at? Please send them our way. The group chats with all my girlfriends almost always consist of men just saying and doing these atrocious things. And I'm like, I know these aren't dudes who watch my channel. So again, today I'm going to talk about the key tenets to attracting women, what really works for us in ways that works to your advantage, okay? I feel like a lot of this stuff out there is geared towards making you guys think that you're doing something wrong or that you have to change anything about yourself. And I'm here to tell you right now, you don't got to change fuck all about who you are right now. You just have to change how you are communicating you are to the women you want. All right. So let's talk about the 3 pillars of female attraction. The first one is grabbing our attention. So I filmed a bunch of videos before this. So I just talked about this with you in my head by myself. So grabbing her attention. Nowadays, human beings have an attention span shorter than that of a goldfish. Because we're all on our phones like this, right? And we're just doing this. And this is just dopamine hit after dopamine hit after dopamine hit, right? So the days where you can sit and take time to get to know each other, or the days where you needed time to, mama, where you needed time to get comfortable before you could be yourself. Long gone are those days, because we just don't give it to anybody anymore. Small talk is not good talk anymore. Before, everybody did the small talk thing until we got comfortable. But nowadays, small talk only makes us uncomfortable, okay? Because nobody is a fan of wasting their time on things that do not produce joy, that do not produce good feelings at the very least. And because we're all glued like this, we're able to feel good more or less like this many fucking times a day. Show of hearts, how many of you, the only dopamine hits you got back in the day were somebody calling the house line, the landline, or the mailman coming? I don't know about you, but in our house, we raced to that fucking phone. That was dopamine hit number 1 for the day. 1 of maybe 3. Dopamine hit 2. The mailman's here. Oh my God, I want to get the mail. No, I want to get the mail. How many of you grew up and those were the dopamine hits you have? Show hearts. Okay, I got 1 heart, so I guess I am older. Okay, I got a few hearts. Nowadays, it's like this. This is how much. So if you aren't grabbing my attention at the speed of me scrolling my social media, I'm not going to take the time to find out if you ever will give me a dopamine hit. We just don't do that anymore because we don't have to. We are now in an age where we're filtering out everything that doesn't do this for us, okay? And now small talk to get comfortable only makes us uncomfortable. So you got to be able to stand out. You got to be able to say something that's going to spark my interest at the very least, or spark something in me at the very least the second you open your mouth, okay? Show of hearts, how many of you understand what I'm saying in regards to the importance of grabbing her attention immediately nowadays with the first thing you say? Yes, rotary phones. My grandma had one. We didn't have one. We had the dials. Yeah. Okay, so you guys all understand what's going on. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so not only are we needing to grab her attention to get me off my phone, you guys need to know how to create feelings. And I don't mean I feel bored. I mean good feelings. You've probably heard me say this, because we women need to be so much more on guard to protect our own safety when we leave our homes. We have to decipher good or bad fast. So if you don't make us feel good, you make us feel bad. It might not even be that bad. Uninterested, bad. Bored, bad. Nothing, bad. Curious, good. Relatable? Good. Interested? Good. So again, this is how we decipher how much more of you we're going to allow into our lives. This is how we decide whether or not we like you, whether or not we want to give more time to you. So being able to create feelings and create good feelings in women is the starting point to getting us to feel even more for you. Okay? So you've got to be able to grab our attention. You've got to be able to hook us in on a primal level to focus on you. And once you have our attention, how are you using it? You need to be able to create feelings, because this is what is going to last once you're no longer in front of us, right? You don't want to be the guy that's out of sight, out of mind. Oh yeah, I talked to this nice guy earlier today. No idea what he looked like. It was cool, whatever. No. You don't want to be out of sight, out of mind guy. You want to be the guy who sits in her brain and body the second you leave her line of sight, okay? And that's why it's so important to create these feelings, to create these good feelings. Because good on paper doesn't mean shit. If you show up on the date and the only thing you've got going for you is you work out and you have a good job, get the fuck out of my line of sight. Like, I also work out and have a good job. I'm just kidding. I lied. I don't work out. But I do the Stairmaster every day in my pajamas and socks. But still, that's, I guess, whatever. Anyway, you got to be able to create something in me, because you know what? No other person on this planet is creating feelings in me on a given day. Whether it's my friends or my family, fine. But if we take a look at like the other men, whether it's coworkers, complete strangers, are these men creating feelings? 99% of the time, no. However, what kind of man do you want to be in her life, right? Do you want to be a complete stranger? Do you want to be the guy that she's like, oh God, fuck off, no, please? Do you want to be the regular coworker that she says mundane shit to? Do you want to be the friend? Do you want to be the family member? So again, creating these good feelings is your starting point. However, that then brings us into pillar number 3, which is about making her want more of you. Okay. So for those of you, if you guys could say in the comments, how many of you do have my Speak to Spark Arousal program and have tried it out? I just want to get a feel for it. I'll take a sip of water while I wait for y'all. I mean, I saw one heart. Okay, I do. All right. One person. Okay. One person and one heart. Okay. So I talk about the importance of moving things forward. If you have my attention, it's been 2 weeks for you. Awesome. If you have my attention and you make me feel good, I'm going to want this to progress further. It's just a very natural feeling that's going to exist between the two of us. That's why you're going to feel that tension. I'm going to feel that awkward tension when it's not moving forward, or when it's time to move forward. We're both going to feel that desire for this to go somewhere, right? A lot of times you guys confuse awkward or sexual tension with awkward silence. Like, oh God, it's silent, let's keep talking. But that's actually that key moment to move things forward. So are you making me want even more of you by creating something between the two of us? Okay, is this just a guy who made me laugh while I was in line getting coffee? Or is this a guy who made me want to see him again and give him my number? Okay. I don't know what that means. Is there ads in live transmission? I don't even know. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so again, it's this concept of getting us attracted to you and getting us, when I say attracted, what I envision like two magnets being just pulled towards one another, right? I didn't know that my makeup was magnetized, and they kept like gravitating towards each other. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, oh, they're magnets. And they were like literally rolling across like my vanity. And that's what happens when it comes to female attraction and you creating these feelings within us, you grabbing our attention, you hooking us out of our fucking phone, out of our fucking heads, into our bodies, and it feels good. It feels good to be in this interaction with you, and you're making me want more of you. Okay? So show of hearts, how many of you are understanding what I'm saying about the key components of female attraction? In my Halle Berry voice, Does she have a specific voice? Okay, I got a heart. Any questions, comments, concerns about any of this shit? Any stories? I'd love to hear from you guys specifically. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, maybe I did buy it, who knows, but I'm all ears. Okay, that's fine. I'm the same way. I buy a bunch of shit. I'm like, I don't know what I have. I have no idea. Okay, so I can feel an immediate energy shift. Ooh, love that. Within the female, when she turns interested or uninterested, I guess you know this. Yes, we very much are aware of when things aren't meant to be. And we women, we always knew sooner. I've been watching some of your videos. I'm wondering if you have a video that tells the difference between a woman stringing you along versus a woman who's not ready to date due to life circumstances. That's very specific. And yes, I have plenty of videos. You may need to dig, but I definitely have videos on that. Okay, so I meant questions, comments, concerns about female attraction. So again, I have so many clients who come to me and they're like, I don't get it. I'm really good at talking. I've been on dates. I've been on second dates, but I'm just not feeling that. And I can tell that women aren't feeling it for me. So essentially, you might have the intuition to know that the feelings aren't there. But again, it's hard to know unless you are able to self-assess. And that's exactly what speech-to-spark arousal is for. Speech-to-spark arousal is the step-by-step way to create feelings and to generate chemistry between you and women. And, you know, a lot of times you guys still don't know what you're doing wrong. You're like, I'm making connecting statements. But I had somebody jump on the phone yesterday. He's like, connecting statements sound corny. Like, I don't want to just say, let's do this together. We should do this. And I'm like, well, that's corny because that's not fucking correct. So the announcement I have, guys, is, and if you guys saw the comment that I pinned at the top, the announcement is that I have decided, I feel like the pit in my throat right now as I'm about to say this. I have decided come 2026 that I will be retiring from coaching. So after 2026, I will not be taking any more clients. I will not be working on a one-to-one capacity to help you guys get the women you want. So what I'm doing now is I'm opening the doors to work with me one last time in the capacity that I'm allowing new clients to work with me. So essentially, if you click that link, I don't even know, can I click it? If you click that link, it's not a cute link, it's not a sexy link, but essentially what we're gonna do is we're going to work together for 90 days. You're going to be able to join my weekly group coaching program that actually starts right after this, where you can come in, ask questions. We can role play. We can go over speech-to-spark arousal. We could talk about your dates. I love those. The clients right now especially love the role plays where I'm the guy and they're the girl, so they could see how it's done. But essentially, Q&As are, you know, your cohort of other guys going through this and hearing what other guys are going through and getting all your questions, comments, concerns addressed with just me and other guys who are really serious about this shit. You know, a lot of times you guys probably see in the comments of the live streams, a lot of these guys, you're like, okay, you're not on my level. All right, this guy isn't fucking serious. So we're going to be doing that for 90 days. On top of that, everybody who joins gets a free spotlight session with me. Essentially, it's going to be me and one of my practice girls, and we're going to jump on a Zoom call like so, and I'm just going to assess your current patterns of interactions, right? I'm going to do a full analysis, diagnosis of what you've got going on right now that is essentially hindering your ability to connect better with women, you know, your sticking points in regards to creating chemistry and connections, and then you're going to be able to get feedback from me. I'm going to give you homework based on what I see. And you're also going to be able to rewatch the recording yourself. You're also going to hear from the girls what it was like to experience you in that interaction. Maybe you do a lot better than you think. Maybe you're glossing over things that are really strong points for you. And maybe you finally get the answers you need in regards to, okay, what are my blind spots? What are my blind spots when it comes to getting the women I want? So everybody who signs up with this gets a free session with me. And also something I haven't been doing is you're going to get a free one-on-one call with me. So you and I are going to sit down. We'll take as long as it takes for me and you to figure out what's going on with you. You lay it all out. You ask me what you need to ask me. You tell me what's going on, and we map out a plan of attack for you to execute on and get finished by the end of the year, by the end of 2025. Also, I've never done this before either. I'm implementing payment plans or one payment plan. So if you can't front all of it, I understand, like, the U.S. economy is I don't know. I've been hearing some things. I don't watch the news though. But essentially, I wanted to be able to get guys who are serious about this to be able to get in on this. Because again, y'all will be my last. I'm going to cry. Y'all will be my last clients. So the guys who really want this, you'll be able to get it. I'm going to cry. So yeah. Click that link on the top. It's not a sexy one. I'll also put it in the description. But either way, we got to hook these chicks in. We got to get them feeling shit. You get access to Speak to Spark Arousal. You get access to my entire product suite. So you will not ever miss a beat with the women you want. We're going to have all ground covered. I'll also help you with your dating profile. That's one of my favorite things to do, if I'm being honest, because I love seeing the results clients get once we work on their dating profile and we start doing things. I think you're doing this here. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just very emotional because this was my favorite thing to do for the past 10 to 12 years. And to leave it is a very emotional thing. And working with you guys has been the honor of my life. So the comment is pinned at the top. I'm going to put it in the description. I'm going to make the announcement tonight after I am done with my group, or maybe after this live stream. But either way, it's been an honor having you guys. And I'll give more details as the time winds down. But either way, click on that link. Excited to meet you guys, and I will see you guys Thursday regardless. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.